What's up, guys? Benson right here. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how I risk $1,000 to make $10,000. I mean, that's a risk that is worth taking. It could be $100 to make $1,000. It could be $10 to make $100. Just put it in perspective. And it could also be risking $1 million to make $10 million. I mean, that's a risk that you want to start taking, right? So depending on any class of trader that you are, it's fine. I'm just going to be covering everything. So everything with trading is all about risk to reward. You want to make sure that you are risking $100 to catch $1,000 or risking $1,000 to catch $10,000. That's a risk that is worth taking. Now, how would you feel if someone asked you that if you leave your house right now, come meet me at your bus stop, then you're going to be winning $10,000? Is that worth your time? If you say yes, maybe it's fine for you. But there are some people, someone like that with it, that will be worth his time. You understand what I mean? So it's relative. But there are some other people that you even ask them, if you leave your house right now to the nearest bus stop, I'm going to give you $1. I'm sure. I mean, hands that will be raised now will be a few, will be little. That's just how risk to reward happens. Risk to reward is whatsoever. What are you risking to get what? Is it worth it? So you have to make sure it's worth it. At least let it be ×2. But now I'm also going to show you how you can make it to be ×10. That's what the purpose of this video. Now, right here on the screen, you can see that I'm on GBP USD chart. Let me just give you the basis of why this 1 to 10 risk to reward works. All right, why you can risk $1,000 and you make $10,000. It's pretty simple. I'm sure you guys must have seen this trade. It was on this trade I did that same thing I see here. I traded an account of $1,000 and I made it up to $10,000, although it's in a high risk trade. So what I did here was simple. Anything in trading that you are doing, make sure that if you are risking $1, target it to be catch at least $2. All right. For example, if you are hop on this trade, the stop loss for this trade is 34 pips. So in order for you to catch ×2 of 34 is you have to make sure that your TP, your take profit, is about 68. All right, it's 68. But in this trade, I was able to catch 85. Now I'm going to tell you how this amounted. It's just even barely 1 to 3 risk to reward. But how was I able to catch 1,000 to 10,000? Obviously with bigger lot size and stacking. I'm going to show you below time. So I hopped on with a $1,000 account. First, I was going really aggressive because I was willing to risk all of the $1,000 in one single account. In that trade, I was willing to risk it all. So I started going one standard lot size. So one standard lot size simply means if you go in with one standard lot size, each pip movement means $10 per each pip movement. All right. So I started going one standard lot size, one standard lot size, one standard lot size. I see price move back down again. I hopped on with bigger lot sizes like 5 standards. 5 standards. So during New York session, this is when we had this dip. New York session, because you can check at the bottom is 1:30. New York session start at 1 p.m. Nigeria time. So immediately it was 1:30. I had this dip to this my psychological level. I even went in with 5 standard lot size, 5 standard lot size, 5 standard. Now the key thing is, how did I know it was time for me to go in and double down? Anytime price is already moving in that direction, I see that we're in a very aggressive uptrend or in an aggressive direction. It could be a downtrend or an uptrend. And I've seen that we have a very good start for London. Then New York will most likely want to also continue in the same direction. So when that happened, I was already cocksure of this movement. So I started going in crazily. 5 standard lot size, 5 standard lot size, 5 standard lot size. All right. So there was a point where when price started retracing against me here, I was so scared because that $1,000, the equity was remaining just $489. So if it had moved a few pips further down, that account would have been wiped. But however, I was able to add some more. Immediately it started moving up again. I added some more position again with 5 standard lot size. Then it started making profit. Now here's one thing that you have to know. Whenever you are up at the top of stacking, you don't want to go in with too much aggressive lot size. Because when the one that you enter at this top, imagine I had gone in with 5 standard lot size right here, all right, and then I had 1 standard lot size, 1 standard lot size, 1 standard, and I had 5 standard lot size here. This drop for a buy, this drop here, this 5 standard lot size would have made him to lose all the profit that I was able to gather from this bottom because there are bigger lot sizes at the top, and whenever you're losing exponentially, all right. So the better thing is you always want to make sure you hold on, only get to enter at the bottom when you feel it's at the bottom. Don't enter when things are good. Enter when you're like in a drawdown. So when it was pulling down, that's when I started using my 5 standard lot size. 5 standard. I had a lot of 5 standard lot size as a position, and the leverage that I used was 1 to 2,000, guys. So it was 1 to 2,000. So I was willing to risk all of the account, just as you guys already mentioned earlier. So before somebody come in the comment section and say, oh, that was too risky. So you only do this when you're willing to risk all of the accounts, or when you know that you want to risk about, say, more than 75% of the account. And trust me, $1,000 to gain $10,000 meant a lot of things to me. I mean, I could do that over and over, and I'll be happy to want to do it again, because I mean, it's worth it. So that's how I was able to make 1 to 10 risk to reward, even when it's just supposed to be 1 to 3 risk to reward. So that's how you can double down on your smaller risk to reward, and then you can use to catch a bigger move. Now that's one thing what trading is all about. Trading is most times about how much you make when you're right, and how much or how less you lose when you're wrong. You have to make sure that you lose less when you are wrong, and you make more stuff. Take most of the opportunity, take the chances when you're right. So that's how successful trading actually do work. I'm sure you guys were able to learn a thing or two. Don't allow that your huge peak movement to go to waste with your 0.01. Learn to skill in, learn to add position, learn when not to add, learn where to add. So you can also improve this your learning skill by back testing. Learn whenever price move back down, how many people did it move back down while you're already in? And if you are gotten with more positions, how much more would that difference make for you in your account? So that's what you should start doing from henceforth. So even if I'm not trading, like today, I'm not trading because we had a huge spike to the downside already. I'm still watching chart. I'm checking the pattern. I'm checking, okay, if this thing happen next time, this is how I'm going to trade it best. This is how I'm going to enter in. These are the things you should be doing in the long run. All right. So I'm sure you guys like this type of video. If you do like, do not forget to subscribe and like and share with this video with friends and loved ones. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye.